Oh my gosh, we're back at it again. Can you believe it?
I could believe it.
Yes. Where's your energy at? We've been gone for 3 weeks. Where's your energy?
I'm here. I'm here. We're good. We are back.
Hang on. No. I know.
There we go.
Here we are.
Episode 34.
Back.
Poppin'.
I didn't even include the intro song. We gonna edit that in because you know what I'm saying. We got it like that now. It's different. We different. It hit different. You feel me? No, you don't. No. It's all right. Don't act like you do. Listen, we're back with all types of silly energy, and you know why? Because we took 3 solid weeks off. I did a lot of soul searching. I dug real deep. I got a beautiful tan. And I was like, you know what, Daniree? We can't do this. We're not going out like this. And I'm going to explain what I mean in just about a second. But if you're joining us for the first time, we are La Cocina Podcast. We are 2 Latina friends who talk trending topics.
We interview inspirational people.
And we share our thoughts with love, humor and no judgments. Especially not today, because I have a very dear friend of the show who's here with us today. We got Mr. Bobby Crillz in the building.
Woo-hoo!
Yes.
What up?
Yes. Hang on, we're going to show you right now. Boom. You here.
What up, La Cocina? What up, man? I'm here. I'm happy to be here.
Yes.
While you guys were talking, I wanted to do the pam. Like a lot. I wanted to do it.
You could have done it.
You know what I mean? But I didn't want to interrupt it. You guys got a good thing there.
We need a DJ. So. That's what it comes down to.
Hey, things work out in mysterious ways, man. They just do.
Are we putting this out into the universe?
We are.
Hello, universe.
That's what we do. That's what we do. We speak into existence. And look, you ask, you shall receive.
That's just like that.
You need a DJ, you got one sitting here. That's crazy.
Oh my goodness.
How does that happen?
I know. Shout out to DJ. I don't want to say this wrong. I don't want to butcher anybody's name here.
DJ ACL?
Uh-huh.
No, I'm only playing.
Stop.
DJ Torn Ligaments? No. DJ Flyboy Air, man. That's my homie. That's my brother right there.
The whole tree right now.
Woo! I got to joke a little bit, man. That's my brother right there. So he knows what it is. So.
We're going to get into a lot more about you. But first, we have some things that we need to address with our audience. Okay. So I'm gonna tuck you in there in the corner. You just sit tight. We're coming to you. Okay. First and foremost, I'm so happy to be back. There was a lot of things that were going on behind the scenes, off camera. And I feel like this would be a good time to address some of it. Not all of it, for the sake of time constraints, but some of it, right? You know what I mean?
Let's get into it.
Okay. So I told you guys in the last episode, which was now 3 weeks ago, after graduation, that I wanted to go out and do some soul searching. And I wanted to figure out where it was that I stood in my journey and what it was I was thinking about. I didn't even bring up topics. This is how authentic this is about to be right now. We're just taking the whole script.
This is the vibe.
And throwing it out the window. Here's where I'm at with this. So I decided, you know what, we're going to take this time off and I'm going to figure out what it was that I wanted. And I got to a point where I was thinking, you know what, this is great. We're doing such an awesome thing here, but I'm not satisfied. And the reason I wasn't satisfied was not because of you guys. And it wasn't even because of me per se. It was just the pressure that I was putting on myself to continuously outperform. And that's what happens when you have this, like, I'm never satisfied type of mentality. And it was destructive. It got to a point where I put myself into a depression. I wasn't the Daniree. But I think a lot of that had to do with the fact that I wasn't giving Danielle enough attention. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So when during this journey, very quickly, a lot of stuff happened. A lot of beach pictures. Some of y'all that follow me on Instagram, it was a good time. It was great. Watching. It was good to just clear my head and
get a tan
and do without wilt. Sometimes you need that, you know. And I encourage those of you who are watching, get out there. Put yourself out there. Do something different. Do something a little outside of your character and see where it leads you, because sometimes that's where your inspiration comes from, is in the places where you didn't think it really existed. Mm-hmm. So I don't want to get too preachy, but I did want to give you guys a bit of a breakdown of what was happening. So the truth of the matter is that I stopped looking for a 9 to 5. I stopped looking for employment. And it's not to say that I'm allowing it to come to me, but I feel like I want to be in a position to be open to whatever it is that the universe has for me. And the only way that I'm going to be able to do that is if I don't box myself into a cubicle or a desk. You feel me?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I agree with you there.
And Adry did some soul searching herself.
Yes.
You went on a special mission.
I did.
You want to talk to us about your special mission?
I did. I know I couldn't talk a lot about it last time when I was during the last show. I couldn't really say much, but I did. I took all 3 of my children, and we all jam-packed into a car with my dog and my husband, and we drove all the way down to Florida for 20 hours.
How was that?
It was 20 hours. It was a very long, hot, incredibly enlightening drive because I found out how much patience I actually don't have. No, just kidding.
You know what? Let's put a real quick picture up of your angels.
Yes, angels. That is what.
Stop it!
I'm just kidding.
Stop it! I love them.
I love them
especially
too.
The little one. She's my Taurus.
She's the one that be making me feel all kinds of patience.
Bobby Crillz is a Taurus. Don't say too much.
Listen,
We're
really?
tough. We're tough.
Oh yeah, no, I know.
We're tough.
I know. I know. No, but we drove down there. So the reason why I couldn't say much about it was because it was actually my grandmother's 70th birthday. And for those of you who have been paying attention to some of the things I say in the show, my grandmother did raise me. She's like my mother. She means a lot to me, and for us to take this trip and for us to go down there was a big deal for her. She had no idea that we were even going.
Yeah.
And it was a
we got a
whole
clip of
surprise.
The surprise.
It was a whole surprise.
Let's play it for them. That's too cute.
Yeah, so it was definitely quite the experience to have been able to see her get as excited as she did to be able to do that. And I did spend an entire week. Obviously, the party was only one day, but I spent an entire week out there. I just was, as you say, soul searching. I was just kind of like putting things into perspective because Florida's my heart.
You almost left me. Tell them the truth. Tell them the truth.
Florida is my heart.
Tell them right there.
It's the truth. I'm sorry. Florida is my heart. And I honestly, I was thinking about, listen,
I've had enough people leave me.
I'm not
My mama left me to Florida too. Let's talk about that for just a second. Talk about a change. She just left. Up and said, you know what, D? You're great. You graduated. You're awesome. I'm heading out.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye, Mom.
Yeah.
But shout outs to Mom, and I hope that she's settling in well. And I can't believe I almost lost you to Florida, but you're here.
I'm here. I'm still here, guys. You haven't lost me yet.
You and Grandma, because that is really cute.
Yay.
You know I have a soft spot for grandmas. Y'all know that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But anyway, anything else we want to add to this wrap up?
No.
That we back?
Poppin'. Y'all better do that. We need to do this challenge.
Yeah,
I want to see everybody back popping, and you better use it. You gotta have the stank face when you do it too.
The stank face.
The stank face, because that's how that stank. You know that face when you're like real into a dance move.
Oh yeah.
That's you gotta. You gotta, right? You know when you dance, you just be like,
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get right into it. Let's get into what we're here for. Bobby Crillz.
Woo woo woo.
Yeah,
there we go.
Yes, Bobby Crillz. Wow. All right. That's not, that introduction just is not gonna do. So let me give you guys a quick breakdown. This friendship now goes back to 2015. Can you believe it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been a while.
I was watching our first interview not too long ago too. I still go back and watch it.
Editing was crazy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Shout outs to Henry Fevles. We all grow, brother. We all grow.
We make it work. We make it work.
No, absolutely. And it was a dope scene. If y'all could paint this for y'all, we were outside Where was that location?
That was King's Plaza in Perth Amboy. They have this little courtyard area that's on like the 3rd floor of the building. It's pretty dope. It's a pretty dope area, and it looked real scenic. It looked real nice. It was really nice.
It just was a little windy. That's all.
Yeah, that was that. The wind, the background noise, a little bit kind of. I mean, there's a couple things we could point out about the video, but we grow. We make it happen.
We growing.
We do.
All right, so here's the thing, right? We've been friends for so long. You've been doing your thing for so long, and now you know what? Nah. We're going to take them back real quick with this video.
You can hear my hunger if you bump me through your kickers. But this life's a hooker and exhibit couldn't pimp her. I go hard, that's where these other rappers differ. No need to say the word, I'm not your ordinary. Stop it, I'm amazing, what you lack is education. Simply, I'm a patient meditating on my medication.
Yeah. That back.
That's old.
Yeah,
that's old. I've been doing this for a long time.
Yeah.
A long time.
So now, are we still considering ourselves a hip-hop artist, or is it just now artists?
It's just artists, man. Right now, what we're creating is we have our own genre now. That's how I feel. Like, we're creating a genre. We're not creating hip-hop no more.
You're creating a lot more than that. You're creating an entire record label.
We did that. Yes, that's done.
Yes.
The label's here. March 5th Music, that's official. We're here. We're moving. Business is popping. We're making our name in the industry. We're talking to people. We're talking to other labels. We're talking to lawyers, contracts, all types of stuff is going on right now.
Stuff that we were not doing before.
The back end of music is very tedious, but we doing it. And I'm blessed with a strong team.
Yeah.
Bunch of intelligent people with me, and we're making moves, man. We're making mountains move right now. So that's where we're at with March 5th. This is for real. Like, this is for real.
No, absolutely. I totally see it.
Yeah.
So, to bring everybody up to speed, Bobby was on our 3rd episode. So, for all my OGs who've really been down with us since the basement, shout outs to y'all. Y'all remember this. And y'all remember Katana. Shout outs to Katana J. Point being is, how is that version of Bobby Crillz changed to now what we see today? What is the biggest difference?
If you look back, that's probably about almost a year to the day, probably.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Probably. Mm-hmm. So much could change in a year if you put your mind to things and you really commit and you practice consistency and make sure that you don't give up and you just put your head down and work. Things can happen. When I came on the podcast last time, I started getting motivated again. That's when we reached out to each other, said, "Hey, listen, I'm back in it. I'm trying to get my feet wet again. I'm just diving. I'm going." Didn't really have a plan, Didn't have anything lined up in part, like in detail. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was just more like winging it, just seeing what I could do, throwing it out there, see what I could get, create an opportunity.
Yeah.
And then life hit you. Life hit me hard for about 6 months after the time we were here, the last time I was here, and we got hit, and I took a couple months off, soul searching, figuring it out. Am I gonna be a working man and just take care of my family, or am I going to jump out the plane? And then January came. I don't know what happened in January, but something just switched in my head. It was just like, I can't do this. I'm not happy like this. You know what I mean?
What was it for you that necessarily clicked?
Something in my brain. I don't know what it was. I wish I could tell you what it was.
You can't even think.
It was just a feeling. It was just I remember working.
Where were you when you had this feeling? How about that?
It was the end of the year. Mm-hmm. I missed pretty much every single family event that we had going on, from Christmas, like Thanksgiving, all that stuff, because I was working.
Right.
And I was working late hours and all that, and it was just too much for me. At that point, I was just like, this can't be it. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. I missed my kids, Christmas Eve, family coming over, stuff like that, and it was just, that hit me. I was like, I got to do something else, because I don't want to live like this for the rest of my life. So right. It clicked in my head. January 9th, I made a declaration, and I just stuck to it. And I promised myself to commit to what I'm doing, work with what I have, do what I can, and create an opportunity. And that's what happened. I decided every week I'm going to drop a freestyle video, no matter what. I don't care what I'm going through. I'm going to put out some bars, see how it hits. And people were responsive to it. They were taking it in. They're like, this guy's hot. I've always had the lyrics. I've always had the bars. It wasn't that. I just had to be consistent with it. So no matter what, it was just pushing myself to keep putting out content, and I kept putting out content, and I kept putting out content. And my partner, he's always been in the picture. You know what I mean? My partner Marcus, he's always been in the picture.
Right.
And he's just been watching for years, and he's been sitting there watching me go through what I'm going through. And one day he hit me up. He said, "Bobby, what's stopping you?" You know what I mean?
Yeah.
and we had a really deep conversation. He goes, yo, let's do this, man. Like, let's make this happen, you know?
Yeah. Sometimes it takes that one person
and it was
to open up your perspective of things and just say, you know what, either A, I've been doing this wrong, or B, I haven't been doing this hard enough.
Yeah, we put together a plan, and we just been sticking to the plan and moving and nonstop working. It's just nonstop work.
Well, how do you find the balance? Because, I mean, you're over here saying that you have your job, you obviously have your family, plus everything that you're doing now, I'm sure requires a lot of, you. How do you find your balance? Is it just kind of like on the fly? Do you organize yourself a specific way?
I'm very good with time management. Normally throughout the year at my job, I'm not an hourly worker. I'm a salary guy. I run a building. So I normally just put my 8 hours in and I dip. But during the holiday season, obviously, it was a little bit different. We were short-staffed and stuff like that. So I had to be there. I ran the building. But nowadays, it's like I get out of work. I stay up late, create my content. I write. I do whatever I got to do for the week to provide content. In the mornings, I wake up. I don't go to work till 1, so I wake up about 7:30 every day and take my kid to the bus stop. I got my other one with me while I'm doing all this stuff. You know what I mean? So I might be recording, and I got my son Jackson right next to me, on a tablet. So it's like I'm doing daddy duties while I'm doing this stuff. So Absolutely. And then I sacrifice a lot of sleep. There's only 24 hours in a day. So sometimes I got to stay up to 3-4 o'clock in the morning if I need to put something out. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I do everything myself. Pretty much, I have people that do help with the bigger projects, but for the most part, if you look at the content on my social media, I know
you got into editing and all that.
I'm into all that stuff now, so it's like I love it. I love creating content. You guys are content creators. You know the difficulty that comes with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like how hard it is to be continuous and consistent with it. So it's like I wear a lot of hats. But it's the sacrifice I got to make to get where I got to go. And a lot of people want it, but they don't really want it because there's so much work that has to. Go into it. If you were to ask any rapper on the street right now, yo, I'll give you a deal, they'd be like, hell yeah, give me the deal, but they're not gonna put in the work. They'll sign a deal, sign their life away. We're creating the deal. We are the deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and we're get into that.
We're doing what the labels do.
I do want to get into that, but before we get into the other side of this interview, which is now you're a record label owner, that's crazy to me because it's just to see the growth within you. It was like when we first started from 2015, you were still struggling with that. I'm a local artist. I'm still trying to break out. You were doing different avenues. You were doing features with Will Gittins, and then it was that type of breakout. Yeah. Then the second time around, it was like you were unsure, but the Free Will EP came out and it hit hard. Like that was honestly still some tracks I still bump to this day.
There's a lot of stuff on. There's a lot of stuff on there.
Yeah. So now it's like with this, I guess what I really want to get at is what is it that you're looking to accomplish now that you have your own record label? Now that you are an owner, what is your goal? Obviously, my end goal is to touch as many people as possible. That's always been my goal. I want to inspire people. The music I make is to inspire people. Right. I want to create this genre, what we have right now. Like what we're doing is kind of we're calling it alternative boom bap. Really? You know what I mean? So it's like it's a mixture of music that I like. I like other things than rap. I don't like only just rap music. I like 21 Pilots. I like I like Macklemore. So I'm trying to incorporate the people that inspire me into what I'm good at. So I'm bringing boom bap and hip hop together. So I'm really trying to push that, and it's something that nobody's really doing. Nobody's doing it. You know what I mean? So I'm like the only person in that lane right now. Yeah. There's no competition. Here's my other question for you. Prince said this: if you don't own your masters will own you. Facts. So talk to me a little bit about how being a record label owner now changes the game for everything that you put out. We own everything. Everything that we get paid for, any deals that we lock down, there's no middleman, we are the guys. We're the ones that we're giving out the permission for them to use the music. If we get it placed in a TV or in a TV show, film or video game, the deal is with March 5th Music and EA Sports, or March 5th Music and 2K Sports. That's going straight to us. It's lit how you connected your two loves. Because it was Twitch for a while. Yeah, I love gaming. I love gaming. And now it's the music and you're I had to stop gaming. Really? I had to stop gaming. Why? I don't have enough time in the day to pursue both. Okay. I don't. And it kills me because I haven't turned my Xbox on since like December. Listen, I used to stream every day. But
I can't do it.
But you got a grown man podcast.
I can't do it. Yeah, I got a grown man rap podcast. It's like you got to pick and choose. Eventually, I would love to get back into it.
Yeah. And
I think that's going to happen down the road, you know, because esports right now is booming. If anybody that's watching, to tell you right now, esports is where it's at.
You've said it. You've said it before.
And it's growing. It's not. And I want to get in now if I could, but you know, not enough time in the day for me right now. I'm wearing too many hats. So Madden and 2K is going to have to play the background for a little bit. But I'm still nice on the sticks. So
you mentioned yesterday at the launch party, which by the way I want to roll that footage real quick because y'all had a whole entrance. Hold on. Oh my.
Showtime.
Oh why? We doing a whole entrance and shit. How are you? Hey Lee. How are you, mama? Hey. Good. All of that. That was such a good time.
Last.
So I think I might have had too much of a good time. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just saying. I might have had too good of a time, but it was cool. Like everybody.
How's that even possible?
Because you know what it is. I'm not a drinker. The truth of the matter is, I had like maybe one or two. Danny Ray entered the building like
okay. It was turn up Danny Ray.
It was a different
really
Danny
was, though.
Ray. It was a different Danny Ray. It was cool though.
Yeah.
But what I noticed and what I loved about it was that I saw family first and foremost in the forefront. And it goes back to our first interview, or rather our second interview.
Second
where
mini.
you mentioned that, you know, who you have in your team is your family. I mean, obviously your team is now increased and it's branched off. But I loved the fact that I saw your sister with the shirts. I love the fact that I saw, you know, your homie Heather Bosquez with the shirts as well. You know, I love the fact that although you're looking to do bigger things, you're still incorporating the people that you started with.
Absolutely.
And I think that's super important.
This is the foundation. Those are the people that are here from the start. They're going to help us build this. You know, I want everybody to be involved. You guys are part of this. You guys are part of this. You know what I mean? It's not just us doing it. We're changing the world. You know what I mean? Like that's how my approach is. I want to change the world for me and for the people I love. You know what I mean? Yeah. And anybody that's around us. If you're around us, I want you to feel different when you're around us. I don't want you to feel like you're hanging out with just any other. I don't want you to feel like you're with any other rapper. You could go with any other rapper and be in a club and sit there and pop bottles.
Yeah.
But
no, it was
it's
cool.
different. We want a different vibe.
Cool.
The vibe there was crazy yesterday.
It definitely was.
Everybody was mingling. There was no egos. There was just
nothing.
I was saying that to her earlier today. I was like, yo, being there and just kind of seeing you and the person that you are and seeing like your humility, it honestly, it's a breath of fresh air to see that. Appreciate you know, you are where you are right now and you are so humble, you know, and I love that. I love seeing that in, you know, artists and stuff.
It's something that hip hop lacks. Because there's this idea, this image of people with rappers and stuff like that where they just have to be this sound like. Can I curse on here?
I mean, no F-bombs.
Okay, some guys are just pricks. You know what I mean? Like
that's a
good word.
Like,
I like that one.
Let's
run with that.
People. There's this idea that you have to be this way, and in all reality, you don't. And I think we're at the point now. Especially, I mentioned this before, but not on here. But ever since Nipsey died, people want more real stuff.
Yeah.
He changed the game. It's sad that it had to happen the way it happened. Mm-hmm. But when he passed, people were like, yo, I want real. Girls are like, I want a Nipsey. Guys are like, yo, rest in peace to the king. The marathon continues. I want to grind. Now you're thinking bigger because he had to sacrifice.
Yeah.
Not that he wanted to die, but something like that had to happen for the world to see the bigger picture.
Yeah.
And it's happening in hip hop. It's happening. The transition's there. People want more real music. That's why people love J. Cole. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Because he gives you his heart. He gives you things that you're gonna listen to and be like, yo, I went through that yesterday. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a song called Folding Clothes or something like that. I don't know if you guys ever heard that song. I wanna fold clothes with you. No?
Yes.
I hate the song. I can't stand it because I don't like folding clothes. But
brother,
I don't like folding clothes.
I understand.
But you know, like,
but it's authentic. It's real and
stuff.
It's relatable. It resonates, with people.
So people want that, and that's why the successful artists are the way they are, because you have to be that way. None of these guys, the real big guys, they're not pricks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They give you a lot. They give you a lot of what they're going through in their music. I listen to Drake. I listen to Kendrick. Listen to Drake. Everybody listens to Drake. He's giving you a lot. He gives you a lot of emotion, a lot of things he's went through. It's not for everybody, but if you're listening, he's talking some real stuff. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna play one of my favorite clips of yours, and I'm gonna be partially biased because you was wearing my shirt when you did this freestyle.
Okay.
But it's all good. We gonna.
It was What's Free, right?
I think so.
Yeah. So many nights that I prayed, I know that the Lord can hear me. Let Jesus take the wheel, no better person to steer me. I hope you hear me, it's clear that the game fares me. The flows endearing, they cheering like God is how I'm appearing. Look, what's free besides your will and your thoughts? The vibe don't lie, trust your gut when the feeling is off. Take the loss, cut ties, don't get your feelings involved. Took so many L's, surprised that I got feelings at all. I know it's hard to understand. The only time you really fail's when you fail to devise a plan. Think 10 steps ahead if you really trying to be the man. They focused on the hook, I inspire like Peter Pan. Existence, guns and butter boys, who knows the difference? The funny thing about strength is it's all about resistance. They run at full speed, not worry about the distance. I'm steady pacing, I'm focused on my persistence. Look.
The bars are so different now. They're different.
Yeah.
And it's not a bad different. Don't get it twisted. It's different in the sense of you're hitting in the pocket differently. Where is that coming from now?
That's just development. That comes with time. You know what I mean? I've been writing for years. In all reality, I'm about 17.
Italian?
I'm about 17 years in with writing music.
Wow.
So every verse gets better. Where I'm at right now, I'm gonna be better than that probably tomorrow when I write my next joint. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Every day you get better. You know, they say it takes about 10,000 hours to master something. Mm-hmm. I put in my 10,000 hours.
Yeah.
I hear that.
You know what I mean?
You hear it. It's a different type of development that we're getting. The punchlines are slicker.
Yeah.
For me, like, you were always talented. There's never no doubt about that. I think that anybody that knows you personally and has listened to your music, which, by the way, we've been throwing his handle at the bottom. Please go follow this man, like, not now, but right now. You know what I mean? But it's just, it's different. I can't even put a finger on it. It's like you're creating your own lane. And I love that.
Yeah.
I love to see artists do that. There are not many artists that are able to get to that point, because they stop short with what's trending, what's popping, what's going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Does that make
well,
sense?
my goal is to change the narrative
Yeah.
of hip hop, because people get boxed into that. You understand marketing, you understand how the game works, smoke and mirrors, fake it till you make it, all that stuff. You understand that. People only go, they gravitate towards what they see other people liking.
Yeah.
People don't know what they like.
You gotta tell 'em.
You gotta tell them. You gotta be consistent. You gotta constantly tell them. That's why when they play a song on the radio and you hear it 17 times in an hour, you might not like that song the first time you heard it, but after the 17th time, you're like, all right, I got this.
You're gonna rock with it.
I'm gonna rock with it. It's not because you like it; it's just programmed in your head.
Ingrained. Yeah.
And that's what this is. We gotta program the real stuff. You know what I mean? I didn't want to let
It's
that
all
out.
right.
but-
It's Swiss and
Yeah, you're
fine.
good.
You okay?
But we gotta program that. So and that's what's happening.
Yeah.
That's what's happening. I refuse to do anything that I'm not 100% behind. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what makes it different. Some people just jumping on stuff because this is what's hot. This is I'm not doing that.
I would love to piggyback on that. I refuse to do something. Say that again.
That I'm not 100% behind.
Okay. So what are the values that you consider? What are your personal values that you consider when you have to make these career decisions?
I think about my kids because I have to answer to them one day. They're gonna look. All the stuff that I'm putting out right now is
They're
documented.
gonna see it.
That's going to be there when I'm dead. When they have kids, and they have grandkids, they're going to be able to go on YouTube and all these websites and stuff like that and see everything that I did.
Right.
I don't want them to question their dad's morality. You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly.
They're going to look at me and my dad was one of the realest dudes ever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what I want to go down as. I don't want to go down as somebody's, come on, man. My son's turning 9 next year, you know what I mean? And he knows, and he's following it. You know, he follows rap. He loves hip-hop. He loves Nipsey. You know, when Nipsey died, when he died, my son cried.
Right.
My 9-year-old. And that made me happy because I listened to Nipsey before Nipsey died. So I was a Nipsey fan for years before people jumped on the wave, and I played that for my son. And when my son seen like how important he was to the culture, it hurt him. And my son cried. And we played the opening song to the Marathon album, or the Victory Lap album all the time. We just get in the car, my son throws on Nipsey. Victory Lap song, the intro. and we just sit there and say he cries sometimes. We cry listening to music, me and my son, which is crazy. Cause
that's the kind of effect that music has.
I cry when I listen. When I listen to good music, I cry. It'll give me goosebumps. So it'll make me cry, like literally cry, which is crazy. But that's how powerful music is.
Yeah.
And when you put out real stuff like that, and you can touch somebody's emotions like that, you're winning.
So
and that's what I want to do.
Here's one thing that I have noticed. Everything, even down to your social media, has changed.
Yeah, I started over.
Yeah.
I started over. I rebranded.
What was the reason for the entire start over? What was the executive decision that was just like, you know what, we scratch it?
It was part of that time around January when I was looking at my old page, which I still have up. Just looking at it and the engagements, the engagement rate and the analytics behind it, I was just like, this isn't right. Something's not right here. I wasn't getting as much response and stuff like that. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to start over. I'm going to get accurate. I'm going to be good. I'm going to be on point with this.
If I may ask, was the following authentic though?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It was, but with the way the algorithms work nowadays, if you don't constantly post stuff, they'll drop your engagement.
Yeah.
You got to constantly be on there. The point of these platforms is to have people on these platforms so they can sell advertisements.
Right.
I wasn't on that page for a while when I went through that dark time.
Yeah.
So I posted something and I got like 100 views out of 13,000 followers. I'm like, something's not right here.
Right.
Something's not right here. I used to get a lot more response. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to start over. I started studying how the platform works. And it's been better ever since.
Yeah.
With 12,000 less followers, I'm getting more reach.
More reach.
It's crazy.
That's crazy how that works
crazy.
out, right? It is crazy. So let's get into this new track that you're going to be having out on Friday.
Yes, How Real.
How Real.
How Real.
Talk to me about How Real.
How Real is going to be fire. It's going to be the summer banger. This is what we're dropping. Everybody's been waiting for me to drop a song because everybody's like, yo, where's the music? Where's the music?
I got the video. We're going to throw the video up to preface it.
That's a promo video.
Yeah,
that's the beat. I didn't want to give you guys lyrics in there because you guys got to go check that out.
You can't get too much away, but here we go. Let's run it.
There's this image with hip-hop in general where people just feel like as a rapper you have to live this life. People forget that this is all smoke and mirrors and all you see is what they put out there for you to see. Like, people want to hear real. People want to hear real. That's just weird. I feel like this project, there's no blueprint. There's no blueprint for success. We can try to follow what everybody else is doing. And it might work, but I feel like if we create what we want, we strategically plan and move efficient.
All right, Bobby. So the date, we know it's Friday, but right now we all messed up. So it's July
12th. Friday, July 12th, 2019. I'm dropping the first single on March 5th Music, the record label. Official tissue.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
And we're excited, man. We're excited to see what it is. We've been putting in so much work the past couple months for us to finally be able to give you guys something.
Yeah.
You know, because people been asking. I got my DJ right here. He don't even have it yet. You know what I mean? He's the first to get it.
I remember the good old days when Daniree used to get an email like, "Yo, this is the next track that I'm dropping. Take a look at it."
It's coming. Those are coming.
I miss those days, Bobby. What happened?
I still have the database. No.
I don't even get no snippets.
I got it.
I don't get no
the thing
nothing.
is, there's a lot of back end paperwork that has to get done.
I understand. Listen, we on a different level now.
Yeah,
it's all good.
So we want to make sure all our stuff is lined up. So we register for SoundScan and Nielsen and all that good stuff. We want to hit these charts. We have a following. You know what I mean? We're doing this.
I feel you.
So the more people listen, you know what I mean? You're helping me out. You know what I mean? So make sure you guys go download that on Friday. It's gonna be crazy, man. And I love
Friday,
the song.
July 12th.
Yeah.
How real?
How real?
We about to find out.
Real hip hop.
Friday, July 12th.
Real hip hop.
That's what we doing. You're gonna have to download. Where is it gonna be available?
It's gonna be on Spotify, Tidal, Apple Music,
See,
Pandora.
now we talking. Before it was that Pip, it was SoundCloud, it was this and that. No, we all upgrade.
No more of that stuff. No way. We're not giving that stuff away for free no more.
No, y'all gonna have to pay for it. But listen, it is money well spent. I guarantee you. Not because I'm biased, not because he's my dear friend for a very long time, but because the man hustles and he's damn good. Like
appreciate that, man.
You know
appreciate that.
And the growth is visible. And I kind of want to ask, like, personally, right, for yourself, where do you see the biggest growth? What has been your biggest growth? And we're talking what you said, 17 years now, right?
Yeah.
What have you seen to be your biggest growth?
I'm just a lot more like calm. Like I don't let the working of it really stress me out. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of work.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
sometimes it can become overwhelming. But I learned how to handle it. You know, without getting too blown up or like anxiety and stuff like that. Because dealing with that type of stuff is crazy.
Right.
Like you said earlier, you're soul searching. You could get burnt out as a content creator. So that's something that I'm working on. Like just sticking to the plan, keeping my head down, work. Understand I'm gonna have plateaus. You know what I mean? And it's impossible to be hot all day, every day for the rest of your life. You're gonna have points where you don't want to do it. You want to unplug. You want to take some time off. But I'm fighting.
Get
through
a tan.
I'm fighting through it. I went to Hurricane Harbor with my kids to get a tan. But
yeah.
I don't get tan. I was gonna say I get red. I showed her a picture. I was like, "What is wrong with my face? I'm like a tomato today."
Yeah.
What I appreciate about you most is that you're the same in 2015 that you are in 2019, just a hell of a lot better. I could still pick up the phone and be like, "Yo, Bob, this is what's going on. This is how I feel. This is, and I still get that genuine response, that nothing but love response.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that. Because I'm not gonna lie, like I called you and I told you, listen, I'm feeling this way. I'm feeling like, he's like, you plateaued, Danny. That's it. You plateaued, and I'm like,
but it hit you at that point. I think you had an aha moment at that point, and you were just like,
the hunger came back instantly.
You gotta fight through those plateaus.
Yeah.
It happens. You're not gonna be on fire all day, every day. It's impossible. There's nobody in the world that's on fire all day, every day. Maybe Jay-Z, but that's about it.
Here's the thing: when you came here the last time, obviously it was a different setup, and we asked you what your secret ingredient was. I'm not gonna ask you that because you've surpassed that question. I'm gonna ask you, what has been your recipe to success?
Put your head down and work. You gotta work. Can't be successful without working. People don't want to put in the work. That's why they're not where they want to be. You got to be out there. You got to put it out there. You got to work. You got to be consistent. That's the secret ingredient. Just work. Shut up. Work. Because nobody cares about your problems. That's facts.
Y'all heard it here first. Listen.
Nobody cares. They might act like they care. They don't care.
That's that hard truth, people.
Nobody cares.
Tough love.
Nobody cares.
You hearing it here.
Put a helmet on and
they'll be with you when they'll be with you when you're winning.
Yeah.
Fall off real quick. You'll see who's with you.
Yeah.
that happens.
That's the whole truth.
That is an entire fact.
Because people try.
Entire fact.
I learned that. People try to write me off. You know what I mean? Like, he's done. I ain't done. No.
Do you still feel like people kind of put you into that local artist title?
I think we broke that yesterday.
I think.
You know what? I know we broke that yesterday.
All right, there we go.
Yeah.
Now we're using these affirmations.
I know
right.
we broke that yesterday.
Better.
Because there's not one of them dudes out here doing that.
Exactly.
No shade, though.
up.
I'm just saying. We're just stating facts. That's all.
That's real.
What we doing, right? I wanna end with one of my favorite clips that you did, and that was the Ariana Grande snippet.
Oh yeah.
I feel like you killed this.
Yeah, I love that one.
Was that Henry Febles on the visuals?
Yes.
Shout outs to Henry Febles.
Shout out to Henry. Henry's.
Yeah. We
that's the
gonna
team.
run that one time for the one time.
One time for the one time.
You know the vibes, you know I'm that guy. Left you on red, no need to reply. Not showing interest and neither will I. Know that it's petty, no need to deny. Need me to ride, then equally try. I know you've been hurt, I can see through your eyes. Say you want real, through with the lies. But love ain't about all the rings you could buy. It's more about struggle, it's more about pain. Making a way to stay dry in the rain. Want it to work, then how can you change? You acting bipolar, it drives me insane. You say that you want it, you know I'm for real. I'm not one of these lames, I'm giving you something I know you can feel. I shine like a diamond, I'm one of a kind. Acting so blind, open your mind. Looking for real, then open your eyes. It's right in your face if you're looking for signs. Feelings are crazy, you're tired of crying. Looking for love, but your ego deny it. And not gonna be real if you were just buying it. Loving yourself, you should be trying it.
I'ma just cut it because he killed it for me.
Just a random ass burp.
What are we doing?
That happens in the studio too sometimes. I be in the booth.
One time for authenticity, please. Thank you very much. Keeping it real here.
How real? How real?
Yeah, very real.
How real?
Real. Friday, July 12th, Spotify, Tidal, Apple Music. How real? Bobby Crillz real. That's how real it was.
Burp real. Let's get it.
Listen, don't ask me to do promo. I am worse than Puffy. I will put in any type of secret sneak, whatever. I will put it out there. Speaking of which, these shirts here though, I didn't get mine, Bobby.
We got you.
They
ran out with the quickness yesterday.
Hey,
I got mine. You can hand it over to me. Throw it over. I can catch. No.
Psych.
It's white, brother. Come on now. If I didn't have the softball player hand
This
it off
angle
to me,
right here. You want me to hold it up for you?
How
look at
beautiful.
This. Ooh,
yes.
look at that.
Lost and found. Talk to me about this shirt, Bobby.
The Lost and Found challenge. This is all about a challenge right here. So you guys know.
I didn't know there was a challenge involved.
There's a challenge involved.
Yes.
Okay, talk to me.
You know how Shiggy did the Drake key, and everybody started doing the Drake dance or the Drake song and with the cars running. Well, I don't want you guys to do that because that's dangerous. But
you don't want nobody hurt.
We're doing a challenge with this. Those are lyrics from the actual song that I'm dropping on Friday. Ooh. So anybody that
if we put it all together, we'll have the track.
Yes. Yes. On Spotify, iTunes, all that good stuff. So everybody that got a shirt that day left me some information. I'm going to reach out to everybody that got a shirt individually. I'm going to talk to you guys and let you guys know what we expect from the challenge. You guys are going to put together a little Instagram clip of you guys wearing the shirt, promoting the song. Maybe throw some rappers in the Lost and Found. No, I'm only playing.
Oh, my.
I'm only playing.
Yo, this is some tree business right here.
No.
I'm not saying you're shady.
But if you were a tree,
you'd be
covering a lot of ground.
You feel me?
I'll be all right. They'll be all right. They can man up. You know what I mean?
Woo!
I
smell a distract coming from somewhere.
All right, I don't care about that.
Come on now, so talk to me about this.
So the challenge. So I'm gonna reach out to everybody that got a shirt, and we're gonna put together a little marketing campaign with those videos. I'm gonna repost them, I'm gonna blast them all over the internet, and get some buzz popping with it, and hopefully, we are gonna draw attraction to the track. So that's what we're gonna do. And then we got the actual video coming out. We're shooting the 19th, so we'll have it shortly after that, and the video is gonna be stupid. So.
Why aren't you wearing your own shirt today?
It's been a long day, long night.
Oh.
It's been rough for me. It's been rough for me.
No, I'm just kidding.
It's been rough for me.
That's my shirt. You can't touch that.
Trust me, I wanted the shirt on, but it's been a rough day. Grinding.
No,
working.
but I appreciate you for coming out. We do have one of our audience members hit us up with a question of theirs. So, Adry, if you want to let Mr. Bobby Crillz know what that question was, because I feel like it was super important.
Yes, it is. And I just want to say a testament to the verbiage that you're using as well when you speak on your projects and things like that. We are, this is the things that are happening. It's a big deal that you have your mindset in that place.
Well, I got some strong people around me.
And that's good. And that's a wonderful thing. And actually going off of that. So how our audience wants to know.
Just tell him it's Frank Nitty, man. It's all right. Shout out to Frank Nitty.
Shout out Frank Nitty. All right. So Frank Nitty wants to know, how do you decide who you collab with? The vibes that you have, who you do features with, or who you do features for?
It has to be authentic. I don't like to force it. If the vibe ain't right, it ain't right. If I force the music, it's not going to be good.
I hear it.
It's not going to be good.
But
I hear you.
You know what? I have a question about that to piggyback that, because I saw that you worked with Spective, and that was interesting to me because you mentioned that you weren't really looking to kind of work with any, not to say local artists, but he was in Jersey at that time. So what made you switch the mind frame up?
Well, me and him have a really good relationship as a friend, friendship. Spective's my homie, bro. That's my dude. We live by some of the same principles, and we have a very similar train of thought, and we're just cool. We always talked about doing a song.
Which Fastlane was, I thought it was a hot record.
I love Fastlane.
Y'all need to check that out.
I love Fastlane. Yeah, go check that out. It's on Apple Music, Tidal, Spotify.
All that.
All of that.
I went to his house. We just talking one day. He was like, "Yo, come over." I was like, "All right, I was free."
This was before he took off.
This was way before that. We did that song right around the time that I did this interview here last time.
Really?
Yeah.
You held down on me, Bobby?
Yeah. Well, that's not my song. That's his song.
Oh, yeah, but that's true.
That's his song.
You're right, Bobby.
That's his
You're
song.
right.
So we did that, and I went to his house. We chilled. We drank a little bit, and he was like, "Yo, I got some beats. What's up? You want to get on it?" And I was like, "Yeah." Played the beat. The first beat he played, I was like, "That's it. Let's go." You know what I mean? And
so, Nitty, that's what
like
you
that.
got to do, basically. Anybody's interested in working with Bobby Crillz, that's come through authentic, come through real, and maybe a drink.
yeah, maybe a drink. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it's got to be real. It's got to be. It can't be forced, you know. And I'm all about concepts too.
Yeah.
So I like concept. I like conceptual music. I don't want to just rap about nothing. So I'm gonna give you something. I want to give you something of me, and that's where that track was at. If you listen to that track, I'm talking about some crazy stuff. I'm talking about my dreams. I'm talking about my father. I'm talking about all types of things that you don't even.
I'm hype.
Yeah, check it out. It's out
So
there.
hype.
It's out there.
Before we let you go, because I mean, if you could believe it, 45 minutes just flew like that. Shout out some of your peoples, because I know you have a few in your corner, and they definitely deserve that credit.
Yeah, I feel like I missed some people yesterday too at the party. So I want to shout out my partner Marcus Lucci Jones. I want to shout out my DJ Flyboy Ant. My producer Nem Nieves. I want to shout out to Zoe the engineer. I want to shout out to Rick, R&J Studios. Rick's been holding it down. Shout out to my wife, my kids, my sister. Shout out to our lawyer Jan Walden. Who am I missing? Shout out to Universal. He's been holding it down the past couple days we've been building. Shout out to SOS Studios, Victoria Griff over there. Yeah, she was good peoples. Shout out to people at Quad.
Yeah.
You know, shout out to Big Shots. Big Shots held it down for us
They
yesterday.
definitely did.
And Big Shots is not known for doing things like that, especially hip hop. So they thought out the box, and I'm pretty sure they're happy with the turnout yesterday. So shout out to Big Shots. Shout out to you guys. You know what I mean? Always coming through, always showing love.
All the time, man. This is what we're here for. This is what we do.
If you guys can, check me out, Instagram at Bobby Crillz. Check out the podcast page at Grown Man Rap Podcast. We'll be dropping the second episode this week.
Yeah, you got to come back, and we're going to have DJ Flyboy Ant over on the couch, too, if he's ready.
I think he's ready. We just got to check on his ACL.
Oh my god.
I'm shady as hell today, right? It's bad. Nah.
It's the
You know what? No,
vibes.
it's overdue. Sometimes you gotta do that, man. Because some people take your kindness for weakness too. And I don't be trying to flex too much, but sometimes I gotta let them know it's real. You know what I mean?
I do. If you only you knew how much I know what you mean.
Sometimes you gotta let them know, man. Like,
I be knowing.
pow pow.
Yeah.
Time out.
Listen, I'm nice, pero don't push me. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? But thank you so much, brother. It's always love, and it's always a blessing to have you here.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I really do. I appreciate you so much. I think that you're such an amazing talent. Please go out there right now. Go follow at Bobby Crillz. Go check out all of his music on Spotify, on Tidal, on Apple Music. What else am I forgetting? Nothing.
Pandora,
right?
Shazam.
Look at that.
All of that.
Everywhere.
Everything.
All of it.
Show the love.
Yes. And remember why you started. Because this is it.
Yeah.
And as always, I'm your girl, Daniree, joined by my beautiful co-host.
Adry, la gordita linda.
Thank you so much for tuning in. We love you. Good night.